So they studied 3 contracts. Because the question of the co-op then was, why other growers, no? Other company, corporate growers were earning much, no? Whereas, what's the difference, no? Sa mga ginagawa ng si Farbemco? Why can't they earn profit? No? That was always a big question for the farmers. So nung na-realize nila that they were being billed, they were being overbilled or billed for non-existing expenses, anong ginawa ng co-op? They asked for renegotiation. Anong step ginawa nila sa renegotiation? They wrote a formal letter, no? So kinote natin yung formal letter, isa sa mga yung first letters, no, na pinadala nila. They wrote a formal letter to formalize the notice, no? Dahil pag ibubulong lang ng mga leaders ng si Farbemco yon sa manager, it will not become official, no? It is not legal. So you have to write letter. Pero anong ginawa ng management? Refused, no? 3 letter pinadala nila. Pero anong reaction ng CFI, ng Checkered Farms? Ignore, 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 no? They didn't even acknowledge receipt of these letters. Nung hindi sumasagot, anong ginawa ng si Farbemco? They started to prepare for a prolonged struggle. Bakit kailangan to stress the preparation? No? Dahil pag mag-i-struggle ka against a giant, you should be prepared. No? Pag legal, pupunta ka sa meta-legal, ano ngayon sa Bisaya? Dili hilaw dapat. No? Dapat prepared ka. Why? If you're not prepared, what will happen to you? Dali kaayo ka mo surrender, no? Higanti gud na. Kinsay magutom nato, no? Ano ba yung katangian ng si Farbemco before they became si Farbemco na para sa kanila smooth lang ang preparation? Because they were informed by their past experiences, no? They know how to conduct strikes. They conducted a strike, pressure tactics, they were prepared, no? Ano pa yung preparation nila? What's one of the more important strategy na in-employ ng si Farbemco?
They link with 3 ARB co-ops. And then from there, they were also able to get the services of a labor or a union lawyer.
So, there were 2 levels of support, no? One level is external, no? Yun yung international, national, local support groups, the church people, the other influential organizations here, no? Locally. But there's also an internal. Yun yung 3 other cooperatives delivering or supplying dole. Why is it necessary? Paralyze operations or let the company, let the banana buyer feel the pain. And how can your banana buyer feel the pain? Kung mawalan sila ng ganansya. Di ba? It's the most painful thing that could happen to a for-profit company. Lessen their profit, lessen their revenues. And how would you lessen the revenues? 3-5 boxes per week? 3,005 boxes per week. 80,000 boxes per week ang nawala. No? Kung mag-profit lang sila, let's say, they were buying that at, let's say, on the average, $1, no? Pero pag mag-profit sila ng $5 per box, that's a lot, no? Malaking pera yon, no? So, dalawa. The internal, diretso ang attack nito doon sa supply. Then the external support to pressure the company. Diyan, nag-jump lang tayo doon sa pressure ng IUF. Pero there were other external factors that were considered. Although that's the IUF pressure was one of the parang maybe most threatening, no, to the company. Ano ba yung pressure sa IUF? Global boycott, no? Ang Dole, we're all familiar with Dole, no? Food company, diversified food company. It's not just banana. They have pineapples, they have juices, they have other fruits, no? Everything. If you call for a global boycott, again, anong matatamaan? Profit again, no? Ang nag-threaten sa kanila was what? Anong union? Anong federation? IUF is Union on Food, Agriculture, anong kinalaman yan doon sa negosyo ng Dole, ng DFC, Dole Food Company? It's both their market and their suppliers. No? So anong lesson natin dito? You have to study the structure of the local company. If it has relationships with international conglomerates, no? So it's not just they are exporting banana to Japan, no? But they are also linked directly with Dole Food Company, no? So you should learn to play, to balance all this and to analyze, to penetrate. Yeah, establish linkage, but to know their weaknesses, not just at the local level, but also at the international or regional level. So, na-force sila pag-negotiate. Anong ibig sabihin pag na-force sila mag-negotiate? Punta tayo sa 1998 contract. So, na-force sila pag-negotiate. Anong ibig sabihin pag na-force sila mag-negotiate? Punta tayo sa 1998 contract. It's an opportunity for the co-op. Pero what happens to the 1996 contract? Pag renegotiate to the 1998 contract, what happens? It was canceled. No? Pagka-cancel nito, a new contract was negotiated. 1998 contract. No? Gusto ko lang i-stress yun. Bakit? Dahil ito yung period na to na nakakawala ang isang ARB co-op from the clutches of an onerous, of an oppressive contract. It should be canceled first. No? Rescinded. Marami dito, lalo na sa banana co-ops, no, na hindi naka-experience ng pagtanggal ng contract nila. No? May mga amendments siguro, but it's not really total na binaliwala, kinancel. No? for you to renegotiate a contract, you should cancel first the previous contract. No? It's very important. Let's not aim for just amendment to a contract. No? It would be easier for us to renegotiate a new contract. No? Are we united on that? So 1998 contract. Ano yung kaibahan ng 1998 contract with the 1996 contract? Yung authority, no? Yung representation. Ano pang difference? Kasama na ang purchase price, no? In the 1998 agreement, one, malinaw yung representation that they own the land. Second, ang Annex A is no longer the grower's economics but quality specifications of the banana. No? Tapos, the obligations of both parties are spelled out. No? So, pero 10 years pa rin yung term, no? Then, may purchase price na, 260. Ano yung purchase price dito? 260 X vessel. No? Ibig sabihin, ang 260 na includes delivery to the inside the vessel. No? So, issue-shoulder pa rin ng co-op yung cost and risk, no? From the packing plant to the wharf, tapos yung pagdala nito, no, papunta sa loob. No? Kung mabutas yung box mo, nahulog, ang saging, i-deduct yun sa co-op. No? Yun yung mga risk. Then there's also an article for specific obligations of the buyer. So it's detailed. No? So specified tanan. Para pag may mga iba't ibang usapin na hindi mapagkasunduan, ang contract na to ang siyang kailangan interpretahin. No? So, obligations of the seller. Pero kasama sa BPPA ang sinasabing MOA. May MOA kayo dyan, no? May MOA dyan. Change lang yung change lang yung names ng contracting party for some legal reasons. This contract, ang first contract na diniscuss natin is called Banana Production and Purchase Agreement. No? The second contract is a MOA. If you read through the MOA, it involves issues not directly related to banana production and its quality specifications. Ano-ano yung nasa MOA? Sa MOA, ang isa sa mga usapin na very sticky dyan was anong nakalagay sa case study? Yung nasa MOA. Validation of the charges and billings. Actually, na-reflect dyan. No? From 13.8, na-reflect sa MOA na 7.7 na lang ang utang nila. No? Nakakita nyo? So, ang mga ganyang usapin ay pwede pala mapag-usapan sa isang negotiating table, yung pagpapababa ng utang. No? As long as you're strong, as long as you have basis, no? Sa may mga negotiating points ka, then it can be tackled sa isang negotiating table. No? Ang pinaka-sticky point sa price, paano na-resolve? Yes, they sought the help of DAR. Maski during the strike, the DAR was already monitoring the situation. No? Sa negotiations, dahil yung sinend ni Secretary Dar doon sa strike na yun ay nakaibigan nila, they sought the help of that official. So, anong role pala ng Dar? Bakit nakakakumbinsi si, alimbawa, si Asa Kadasa? Ba't niya nakumbinsi ang Dole? Nag-end ang deferment period ng corporate farms. Di ba? So kung nag-end ang deferment period ng corporate farms, maraming mga farms under negotiations. No? Anong impact niyan? Si Dole ang pinag-usapan natin ngayon. Di ba? Dole has had other areas, no? Other than the saging, they also have pineapple, ano pa? Asparagus, solo papaya, may mango, etc., etc. No? Na kino-cover sa land reform. No? Kung i-antagonize nila ang DAR, mas lalong makukomplika ang buhay nila. No? Again, ano yung lesson dyan?
Right timing, know the people around you, know the situation, know the terrain, the climate, and read the art of war.
Si Sun Tzu yun. Dapat pag nagko-contract negotiation tayo, marunong tayo ng art of war. No? Know your enemy, know your environment. No? Makita natin, bakit inamend ang 1998 contract? Bakit nagkaroon ng amendment sa 1998 contract? After 5 years, nag-request ang Dole. It was not Seferbemco that requested for a renegotiation, for an amendment. It was Dole. Why?
During that time, the market for banana to China has opened, and the Class B banana were sold to other entities for China. So now Dole wanted to buy the Class B bananas so that they could get into the China market.
So there was a development in the market, in the banana market. Ano yung development na yon? There was an emerging China market. And it's a big market potentially. During that time, it was not so big yet. But everybody was looking into it, no? And there was already an impact of buyers for China market, no, on the supply of bananas for the Japanese market. Nakita ng Dole ito. So they negotiated for an amendment to have an exclusive contract. Exclusively, they could buy the Class B bananas of their growers. No? Anong lesson dyan? Pag ikaw ay isang paralegal o lawyer, no? What's the lesson? Both parties could request, correct, no? Na mag-renegotiate to amend the contract. Dapat ganyan din tayo katalas, no? If we know that there are developments, for instance, yan, positive development yan, China market, maybe I could use this, no? To gain more incentives, no? Have bigger margins, no? If I renegotiate, if I amend this contract, then let's do it, no? But there could also be negative factors. And we should also be ready to amend our contracts if there are negative factors, no? For instance, may mga pag-lessen talaga ng efficiency or productivity ng lupa. No? Eh may mga penalties yon, di ba? Pag lesser yung supply mong ma-deliver. Then you could renegotiate. Then you could open, no, the contract for amendments. Ang 1998 contract was for how many years? 10, no? 10 years, no? Nung nag-end ang contract, anong ginawa? Nung pa-end pa lang ang contract, anong ginawa ng si Farbemco? Requested a renegotiation for a renegotiation of a new contract, no? So nakita nila yung provision. Ano yung provision? Dapat sa last 3 months ng 9th year, no? So dapat conscious tayo lahat diyan kung kailan mag-expire ang contract, no? Para maka-renegotiate. Dahil gagamitin yung technicality just to extend the contract, no? Imbis makakuha na tayo ng bagong contract, more favorable provisions, madelay na ng madelay, no? Sa contract negotiations, of course, it's the main responsibility of the co-op, no? But as support groups, as support organizations, we lawyers, the lawyers, the paralegals should also be conscious, no? Always, no? Na pag nandyan na, you remind the co-op to send a letter, a notice to renegotiate. So, nag-renegotiate sila, nag-drag, no, just to make the story shorter. No? Nag-drag, then they decided to terminate the contract. No? Pero nag-terminate ba sila kaagad-agad? Ano yung pinaka-requisite nila bago sila nag-terminate? New buyer, no? Nung nakakita sila ng promising buyer, doon lang sila nag-serve ng notice. Bakit kailangan mo ng new buyer? Why is that very important? Para hindi ka mabakante, no? Lalo na pag ARB. May ma-miss ka lang na shipment. Ang laki ng impact niyan sa members, no? Kabuhayan 'yan no? For the ARBs. So, dapat maagap 'yan, tapos conscious that you should have a better alternative, no? So kung makakita ka ng parang nag-o-offer na buyer pero parang 50-50 ka pa rin, don't jump immediately sa ganung contract, mag-serve ka na ng notice, no? Baka hindi pa matuloy. Pero in this case, anong sabi ni Attorney Apusen diyan? Very big potential, no? Fruitful yung naging discussions niya. So ilang beses siya nag-discuss. Dahil it's fruitful, parang medyo sigurado na nag-serve na sila ng notice. What's the difference between the Dole contract and the new contract noong 2008 with Unifruti? What's the main, or what are the main differences? Shorter term, no? Ilang years na lang ang term ng Unifruti 5. How's that? Why is that very important? What's the implication if you could renegotiate earlier? Opportunities, flexibility, no? Hindi ka tali. Actually, yun yung sad sa mga karamihang ARBs dito sa Davao, no? May mga ARBs dyan na ang kontrata ay 30 years. May companies na nag-a-attempt ng 50 years, no? Eh, bigay mo na lang yung lupa mo, mamamatay ka na yan sa totoo lang, no? So, ganon. So, flexibility sa term, no? More flexible term. Ano pa? Ano pang main difference? Ex-packing plant. How's that? Why is that very important also? Lessens the cost. Kung titignan mo, actually, ang 260, the previous contract, the 1998 contract ay 260. Ang 2008 contract was only 275. Pero sa X nagkatalo. Ito X vessel, ito X packing plant, no? At big cost yung na-reduce sa X packing plant, no? So it saved the co-op substantial amount, no? Substantial cost. No? So that's 2008, then 2013. Ano yung difference ng 2008 and 2013? Just the purchase price, no? It's now 4.05. Sige. May kinote diyan si Attorney Apusen related sa nung tinanong ko siya kung what made the negotiations with the new buyer easier. Anong sinagot niya? It's the attitude of the other party, no? So anong lesson natin diyan? You should also be discriminating sa buyers mo. Wag lang basta-bastang pumasok kung sino yung buyer mo, pasok ka na kaagad, no? Dahil in the long term, when you say contract, it's about relationship. 'Di ba? It's not about pakipot actually, you know. It's about building, forging lasting relationships. No? Then lastly, dahil may isang case study pa, biglang nag-jump si Atty. Apusen dyan at nag-comment siya doon sa negotiating table. Ano yung sinabi niya dyan? Pwedeng pakibasa?
Then he added, when we negotiated a contract with Dole and later the 2008 contract with Unifruti, I was an active participant in the table. But during the negotiation of this contract, I was just in the background. The ARBs were negotiating directly with the buyer. They have gone a long way in contract negotiation.
Anong ibig sabihin yan? Bakit important yan? No? Ano yung, para sa atin, no? Para sa atin, anong ibig sabihin yan? Anong implication niya? They learn to negotiate directly. They already know how to, yes, no? Quote-unquote, a very good contract, no? So as lawyers, as paralegals, ano ba dapat yung responsibility ng lawyers and paralegals na tumutulong sa ARBs pag negotiate ng contract? So hindi lang sila i-guide, but really to transfer the knowledge and skills of a paralegal, of a lawyer, to the ARB negotiators. So they themselves could negotiate for themselves, no? Dahil buhay nila yung nakataya dito no? So as lawyers, as paralegals, I hope we will not parang act na i-spoon feed na lang natin sila habang buhay, no? Or we will just okay, because it's bad for the company to draft their contract and just give it to us. So we lawyers will be the one to draft anyway. We know the interest of the ARBs and give it to the company. Nag-ilis lang, no? It's not us lawyers. It should be the ARB should know how to draft their own contract. Guidance na lang ang marami pang mga kailangan anuhin dyan, no? Ayusin. Dahil sa pagtuturo, actually, nagmamatter din kung legalist or legal language yung ginagamit mo palagi, no? Mas madali matuto ang mga ARBs if you could translate the legal terms into layman's terms. Although you also have to teach them the legal terms dahil pag nasa papel na yan, they should use the legal terms. Pero for them to fully understand the content of the contract, you should explain it to them in their own language. So as paralegals, as lawyers, no, kailangan natin din matuto ng lingwahe nila, no, ng ARBs. Hindi lang ang ARBs natututo ng lingwahe ng lawyers and the legals. Let me end this sa first part ng Going Banana, may sinabi si Father Nebres diyan, no, about hope.
Hope is not a given. It is the courage of leaders and people, and unexpected help from friends that create hope. In the moment of despair, we have to choose whether to stand by or to join and give hope.
Actually, nag-strike sa akin yan sa dalawang points eh. The struggle of CIFOR-BEMCO was really about courage of its leaders and members. Diba? They were really decisive. Sige, magutom na tayo, pero we have to claim the entitlements because we are the owners, the new owners of this land. Diba? It takes courage. No? Pero as lawyers and paralegals, the second sentence is also striking. No? Marami pa actually dito sa Mindanao, doon sa Negros at saka sa Luzon, no, na ang contracts nila ay contracts pa rin na ang nakikinabang ang mga dating corporate owners, no. And it's us really, it's for us. We could help or not help, no. Dahil nasa DAR tayo, di ba? Trabaho ng legal at paralegal to help. But it's really a hard set, no? It's really a hard set. No? Na seryoso tayong tumulong sa mga ARBs para ma-develop sila, no?